We'll soon have a little break. Right, so we're back in the GT1 Road Series final. Yeah, currently we're watching 12 hours of Aston Historic, the final race in the GT1 Road Series. Currently, we have two Flyers cars in the lead, while the championship leader Zenix Racing is in 4th. And we still have 10 hours and 8 minutes to go. Genin Racing is sitting in 3rd, about 4.7 seconds behind Team Wire's Pro car, who is catching up to their amateur car. The gap is now down to 1.3 seconds, which is the closest since last time they were 1-2. Then it was the other way.
Yeah.
So this is the biggest series on Live for Speed at the moment. The one with the most prestige. The racing season consists of how many rounds? 6?
6 rounds, yeah.
6 rounds with one 24-hour race even. We're using the simulator called Live for Speed, in case you're not into it. With so yeah, doing endurance races with driver swaps, consisting of teams.
Yeah, the season schedule went with round 1 of 500 kilometers of Blackwood GP. Round 2 was 3 hours of Fernbay 3, Fernbay Gold. The third round of this championship is 1,000 kilometers of West Hill, which proved to be very interesting. Following that, the prestigious 24 hours of Kyoto Grand Prix long with the Boothie chicane, very famous, very enjoyable also. And then the 5th round before this one was 6 hours of South City long. I wasn't here for this race, so I can't really make a comment about that one. And this round is 12 hours of Aston Historic. Not that eventful so far. We've seen a few mishaps from some teams, but I expect it to get very interesting later in the race. But as we see Kapal in Savage Sim Sports 1 catching up to Ben Keogh of Core Racing Amateur. About half a second behind him.
Yeah, that's rising to be a good battle. Kapal's been quite involved in the stream. He's been making his way up.
It's been very impressive. And just honking his horn there.
Saying hi. And he is indeed catching Ben Keogh now. It's getting close.
Oh, getting grass on the entry to the long left-hander is never good. That's going to cause a lot of understeer, but Ben going wide as well. So the gap's staying about the same.
Yeah.
All it takes is for Ben to get a slightly wide entry into the chicane to get a bumpy exit. Oh, catching up on the brakes is Kapal. Very late.
Yeah, with a good exit now, he may have the opportunity to get the draft down the straight. Ooh.
Not as well as planned.
Nope, he's out of the draft.
I imagine Virus Amateur would lead into the third hour of the race, because there's only 5 minutes to go in the second hour. Oh, Otto flying with the 31.1 split, taking nearly a second out of the cars ahead.
Yeah, that's a great lap so far. Are we going to see a new fastest lap of the race? Fastest lap currently is 2:17.59, set by Elton Chung in the amateur car of Wires. Ostgaard driving into a 2:17.8, so that's not good. Best lap for his team though.
Yeah, I was about to say that.
Sorry.
No, it's okay, I'd rather you say it.
Yeah, I'm too quick, you know.
Worst commentator on LFS goes to me.
I think I beat you. It's the worst one.
We can be bad together, Tommy.
Yeah. Like in the old days. Yeah.
Yeah. What was that? Sim race in Lithuania? Back in 2008 or 2009? Oh my god.
I had them in my team for GT1 as well, though.
That didn't go so well, did it?
No.
Engine damage on pace lap, what was I thinking?
Well, seems like you learned though.
Yeah.
So we're just fixing something, so hope you'll... Yeah. We'll just let you know if something happens. Alright. So it seems like Maki Heimla has maintained the gap to Pick Ryan. It's been quite stable the last laps. So currently 1.5 seconds.
Very impressive for amateur. Very, very impressive. We're all happy with Virus.
I can imagine. He's done a good job.
I mean, Momo, Luki and Pierre have been basically bleeding through making these setups. The setup's right for, say, 1 or 2 drivers. The next driver comes online the next day and says something's wrong with it. So you have to make changes again, which makes it worse for the other 2 drivers. And finally we got it right about a week ago and made some Slight changes just to perfect it, say. No set's perfect, but it seems to have worked. Our end stint pace is decent, our start pace is decent, and it's a pretty consistent set.
Yeah, you look very competitive, both cars. Oh. And I believe we have a little issue, no?
Is it just me lagging or is everybody else lagging?
I'm lagging as well. I believe we may have a server shutdown.
Ah, no. Please no.
It looks bad. I think the stream is timing out and I'm timing out in view or as well, then we're in trouble.
The server's gone.
Yeah, server's gone.
All LFS sites are down apparently.
Attention, attention, red flag, red flag, red flag.
So we're having a red flag, yeah. The website seems to work fine here, so...
Yeah, 7 I found on master server. So I guess at the moment I'll go take a break, make some food, empty my bin because I've got about 3 bins worth of rubbish in there hanging on the top of it. So I'll be back soon. I'll leave you to it, Tommy, if you don't mind.
Yeah. I'll be fine, I guess.
But yeah, the NDR crew as always will be working on getting this server back up as quick as possible.
Yeah, it's very unfortunate to have a server breakdown, but this thing that happens in this world, hardware fails, connection goes sometimes. Still living in 2013. So imagine it like compared to in real life racing where you have cars breaking down. In sim racing you have connection and hardware issues rather than mechanical failures on cars and stuff. So we're red flagged, and I guess the race will restart at some point once the server is back up. I'm sure the admins are working hard on getting it up again. So yeah, I don't have much more information than that at this point. We'll just have to wait and see. Yeah, we are just waiting and trying to see what happens to get the server back up. That'll be nice. I believe we will have a restart with like yeah, 9 hours left. No, 10, 9, 10 hours left. Yeah, something like that. Guess the admins knows what to do. I haven't read the rules, so I don't really know what happens. So I'll use this this break to tell you about my season. Some of you maybe know I'm racing in real life as well. So this year I'm actually changing from Formula cars to Renault Clio Cup in the UK. So if you want to follow me, you can do so on Facebook. Oh yeah. There you will receive updates, and there will be some competitions where you can win some goodies, like yeah, what do I have? I have some memory sticks for you designed in Tommy Ostgaard thing. My style, logo and stuff. Which you can get for free. Will be a competition announced in the next few weeks. That'll be nice. So yeah, currently on the red flag still. I can run through the list for you, the standings, which you can also find on tracker.newdimensionracing.com, where you can get live status from the race, where yeah, with all the cars, and you can see their lap times and the gap to each car, and you can see how long it's been since their last pit stop and stuff. So it's really good to get an overview. But in P1, currently sitting in P1, the amateur team of Team Wires. Second place, Team Wires, their pro car. Third place, Genin Racing. In fourth, the championship leaders, Inix Racing. Fifth place, Conquest Racing Pro, the best FZR, with Genin Racing 2 following behind in sixth. The second amateur team sitting in P7 overall, Green Angus Racing 2, with Kevin Loy. Then we have Core Racing Amateur in 8th, third in the amateur standings, followed by their pro team, Core Racing Pro, in 9th, Savage Sim Sports in 10th, Scuderia Gas Racing Team in 11th, followed by Team Rock Racing in 12th, Green Angus Racing in 13th, and Sonic Rams Racing, who's returned to Live for Speed, in P14. Hellenic Racing Team sitting in 15th as the best FXR. A6 Motorsport in 16th, and Infinity Esports Amateur Team in 17th. Gotta learn how to count. Sig Breeding Program in 18th, and Last Lap Motorsport, their FXR in 19th, Savage Sim Sports 2 in 20th, and Merida Racing Team in 21st. But they have retired, as far as I'm concerned. They're at least 5 laps behind. Or 6. So, Yeah, it's Formula One this weekend in China. So I'll give you all a little tip and tell you all to watch the race tomorrow morning. Well, it's morning in my time, but depends on where you live, of course. Want to tell you the results of today's qualifying, so you can figure that out yourself. So go to formula1.com in case that interests you. While we're still waiting to get the green flag back out and get back to racing here in the GT1 World Series, run by New Dimension Racing on the LFS simulator. We just had some server issues, so we're trying to get back up. And that happens. It's racing. Seems like teams are using the opportunities to switch drivers as it's going to be a new restart. So it seems like Alan Turchik has come in for NX Racing, replacing Robin Friskups, and James Pease coming in for Pickarainen. And if I can say his name correctly, Ilostelo he's also in for Wires, so we'll see who of them he's gonna drive. Gabrielowski is coming for Koskinen. Yeah. No? Sorry. You're not in the same team. Conquest Racing Pro. So, it seems like we'll have a race restart. 14:25 UTC. That's the latest message from Jonathan Palmer. We'll be setting the grade at 14:18 UTC, which means in 4 minutes. And then we'll be back racing at 14:25. So stay tuned, it's 10 minutes until we're back racing. So that'll mix things up a lot. But the top four was quite close to each other though. So it's just will be even more closer now. So I guess, yeah, the worst that can happen is contact and one of them is off, and then they're lost a lot on the restart. So I guess the most important thing is to, yeah, stay clear of accidents and have the car on track. Because, yeah, maybe you can win one position at the restart, but yeah, you can also lose 20 if you end up on the gravel. So yeah, we will be taking a little break with the commentators, and we'll be right back with you when the restart. The restart is Yeah, taking place in about 10 minutes. So, see you in 8, or even shorter amount of time. Yeah? Be right back. Hello, everyone.
Hello and goodbye. I'm getting in the bath. I'll be back soon to help you, Tommy.
Alright. Have a good one.
Just hot water, no cold water. Cold water's too mainstream. Be back soon.
Yep. So, we are under the pace car. We're trying to get things up. For you guys. So we only have 17 cars left, it seems. Which is a bit disappointing, to be honest. It would have been more fun with 30 cars on the grid, but guess that happens. So, Team Myers 1-2, Genuine Racing 3rd, Enix 4, Conquest 5th. That's the top 5. While we're trying to get the screen to display correctly, maybe I'll have a go at it. Yeah, I'll give it a try. Here we go. So here we are. You're currently watching the safety car being driven by Stuart Baker. We're having a restart with, I guess, 10 hours to go. Or, yeah, I guess. No, it's a completely new restart. So it's in fact 12 hours to go, maybe? I don't really know. I'll try to get a clear of it, but now we're gonna watch the safety car pull in, and we will watch the green flag flies, and we are on the way. Elton John leading the way for Team Wires, the amateur team. James Pease on the outside, and Otto Toskanen for Genuine trying to go around the outside, on the inside now. For turn number 1, we have James Pease taking the lead, Otto in 2nd place, and we have Inex now with Wentjarvi following behind. Nope. That's Gabrielewski, who's gone up to 4th place. Wentjarvi, ooh! Gabrielewski goes sideways and he's off in Eau Rouge. Gabrielewski, yeah. Alan Turchik is now behind Wentjarvi. So, we have Alan Turchik now coming on the inside of Matthias Wentjarvi in NX. No, he's not doing it. So James Pease opens the lead for Team Wires, the pro team, followed by Otto Toskanen in Genuine Racing, followed closely by Elton Chong for Team Wires, the amateur team, while now Inex Racing is back to 4th place. Yeah, I don't think anyone is out yet. It looks good, looks clean. Clean first lap. And down the field we have Koliska and Heuskel battling it out now. Heuskel is coming down the inside. Koliska is now on the outside. And Heuskel is through into 12th place, yeah? And behind them we have a close battle with Zarka and Purse. It seems they're all coming through, yeah. And we have Lundqvist, Kasper Kontil and Lobedo. All fighting for 7th place. Yeah, and Lundqvist in 4 amateur team is currently holding it off. Kasper Kontil of Team Rock Racing very close behind in 8th place. All mixed up quite close together now for behind this 7th place. Kasper Kontil is not in Lundqvist's slipstream, is he? No, he's not. But now he is. And is he gonna make a move down the inside? No, he's just having a little view in Lundqvist's mirror. Kasper Kontil all still close with Lundqvist. And that's the battle for 7th place. They're all very, very, very close. Who's gonna get the better exit of this long left-hander? Lobedo is really close to Kasper Kontil, and he's gonna make a move for sure. There's Kasper Kontil in the slipstream of Lundqvist.
Oh, he's all over the track.
I'm not. Yeah, he's moving from side to side.
Behind him you got
But he's the
Kaliska.
slipstream. Kontil is now making a move around the outside of Lundqvist, and he has done it while Lobedo is side by side with Lundqvist as well. Some aggressive driving here. And Lobedo is getting a good exit. He's close to yeah, side by side with Lundqvist. And Lobedo seems to be ahead, but now Lundqvist is getting the slipstream again. He's going to dive down the inside into turn number 1. No, he backs out. Thinks the better of it. While behind them is Heuskel, yeah? Ahead up.
Yeah, Huskell V8 star. He had a moment in the chicane. He oh, there's 2 cars off in the grass. We missed that.
Oh, who's that?
Panic Racing. I was about to comment saying how well they were doing on this restart, and then they're in the grass. It seemed like contact
Gabriel
with
Lev.
Savage. Yeah, Kaliska.
Yeah, sorry. Well, things. Wow, we have missed James Pease. He's lagging out. No, he's back now.
James, are you back? Oh.
No, James Pease is timing out. No, he's back. well, I don't know. Now he's coming out again. Seems like Team Wires, the pro team who's leading the race, is having issues with their connection. James P seems to be timing out, which means Otto Toskanen is then in the lead. Followed closely by Chong and Winjaro. We'll still see what happens to James P. He seems to be timing out. Looks a bit similar to the My Third ID issues back in the days. And now James Peace is back on track. Or is he? He continues to drive on. And now he's lagging out again. And now he's back. And now he's lagging out. So definitely issues with James Peace's connection. But now he's back. Yeah, James Peace is back. In the lead. So, Wires. Nope. And now he's coming out. Right. Problems for Wires here. They should have gone to the pits. In my opinion. It seems like he's coming out. Until he reappears. He did. Strange things going on. But, oh. Yeah, we'll just pretend James isn't there. Right, so Oskanen is followed closely by Elton Chong in second place, while Manjaro is trying to catch up to them. They've gotten a quite good gap already, down to Alan Turchik back in 4th place for Lyddon Racing 2. Oh, and it's Kalle Kantjo who's driving actually for Team Rock Racing at the moment, not Casper as I thought. Sorry for that. My own team even. But yeah, Elton Chong, very close to Toskanen now. Is he gonna get a move down the straight? No, I don't think he's close enough. And what about James Peace? He's still racing, he's still on track. He has a 2 seconds gap to Toskanen, sorry. But yeah, how long is he gonna be on track? Yeah, his connection seems to have settled now, which means we have James Peace in the lead. Amazing.
Oh my goodness.
It's really close between 2nd, 3rd and 4th, but they're just not close enough to do any moves quite yet.
I'll be back soon.
Yep. So Elton Chong still charging on Otto Toskanen for the 2nd place. Wires trying to get up back to having the 2 top spots. But yeah, seems like James' connection is stable again. Very, very lucky for them to not time out and hold on to that lead. While Hoskell is coming up to Lundqvist side by side. He's gonna try and make a move around the outside. Is he gonna make it? Car is going wide and pushing, well, forcing Sonic Rams to go wide as well. Lundqvist holding on to the 9th spot. We'll see down the main straight who's getting the better exit of the last corner. That's definitely close, and Hoskell is gonna have the slipstream down the start-finish line. Start-finish straight, I mean. He's coming around the outside. Lundqvist is gonna get the slipstream again. Into turn number 1, he's gonna take it. Yeah, side by side. And Lundqvist is backing off. Wise decision. And this has allowed Sarka to catch up as well, but still not close enough. Oh, and Elton Chong really late on their brakes for that corner, catching up to Otto. In that genuine racing car. So yeah, this is the closest battle on track as far as I'm aware. But Elton Chong just not close enough to make any passing attempts on Otto Taskinen yet. James Peace and Otto Taskinen with identical lap times this lap, 2:19.19. Seems to be the quickest this lap. When Charlie doing a 2:19.60 for NX Racing. And it seems like high school for Sonic Realm is now catching up Joe in Team Rocket Racing for 8th place. Need to get a good exit out of the next corner if he's gonna make any move into the hairpin at the top of the hill, but it seems like he's just not into the draft. And we'll have to wait for start to finish straight. James Pease setting the fastest lap in distance so far with a 2:18.83. Oh, and Lundqvist goes off. Had a little moment in the last chicane, hitting the tires. Went a little bit on the grass and lost one position, but nothing major though. While it's still very, very close. In the top 3 positions. Top 4, sorry. Phoenix in that 4th place. Close to Elton Chung, but not as close as Elton is close to Toskinen. But Elton seems to be struggling to be able to make any move on Otto, who is doing a good job in that 2nd place for Genuine. James Pease doing a 2:18.71. He only won on 2:18 this lap, extending his gap in the lead. James Pease in the Team Wires car. A few tenths every lap.
Scary moments of virus.
Didn't quite see it. It just trimmed it, huh? And James Pease continuing to extend his lead by a tenth or two each lap. Seems to be just enough quicker than the guys behind. Gap is now 2 seconds to Lyddon Racing.
Yeah, nice to see our amateur car still hanging in there. Okay, Tommy.
And we're just fixing something. Here we go. Right, so I have to leave, which means leave Sean here in the commentary booth. It was nice being with you, and I may be back later in the race. That's something I need to do. So, have fun everyone.
Goodbye, Tommy.
Bye mate.
So about a half an hour mark, I'll run through the positions for everybody, but don't expect much from me because I'm not very good. Cameras will be on auto. I'm not controlling them. I don't have a clue how to, so I'll try and keep up with the action as much as possible. As I say that, Casper Contio from Team Rock Racing makes a mistake in the chicane, and Huxel, V8 star from Sonic Realms Racing Amateur, is right behind him, getting ready to make the move into this turn 1. He's got a very, very, very long slipstream. Takes the inside for the kink, which effectively the outside, but he's made the pass nice and clean. Casper's not going to fight back. So Sonic Realms Racing up into 8th position. Nice move. Everybody seems fairly spread out for now. But Sipala coming up on Krampus for Green Angus Racing 2. Battle between Krampus and Savage Sim Sports. Kalishka just passed Krampus into the second to last corner. Fairly easy move with the slipstream there. Okay, so half an hour gone. I'll try and run through these positions as best as possible. So in first place you got Team Virus Pro with about a 2.3 second gap to Genuine Racing in second, followed by Team Virus Amateur in third, Inex Racing in fourth, followed by Genuine Racing 2 Pro car, sixth place Core Racing Pro FZR, second place in Amateur, seventh on track is Scuderia Gas Racing Team in their FZR, behind them Sonic Realms Racing, and in ninth Team Rock Racing, and in 10th Infinity Esports Amateur. 11th Green Angus Racing, followed by Tex in 12th with Core Racing Amateur in 13th, and the last pro car of Conquest Racing in their FZR in 14th. 15th is Savage Sim Sports 1 with 16th is Green Angus Racing 2, followed by Helnick Racing Team in their FXR. They did have a mistake in turn 1 and they got run wide, but they seem to be pulling back with that. 18th Stick Breeding Program Amateur with the pro car pulling out, unfortunately. 19th Last Lap Motorsports Bus Team, 20th Savage Sim Sports 2, and retired seems to be Merida Racing Team in their FXR. No real battles on track at the moment, I can see. Oh, Savage making a mistake. Which one is that? It wasn't number 60, it was... if I can find it, for God's sake. Kaliska. By the way, his car looks, it looks like he made a mistake in the chicane and went straight through the tyres and did a complete pirouette. Got a battle for second place between Elton Chong and Otto Taskinen. Virus Amateur car challenging the Genuine Racing Pro car. Elton making a mistake on his second to last corner, going onto the grass, dropping his left rear. Another mistake in the chicane by Helnick Racing and Green Angus 2, both cars spinning round, Helnick coming worse off, it seems. Not a good race for Helnick so far in this restart. But this battle for second is still raging on. Elton has caught back up to Genuine Racing. Making another slight mistake, touching the sand on the exit of that corner. Both cars getting a nice run out of that long left-hander, which is very hard on the right front tyre. You got to watch you don't heat it too much, because a bit too much heat could cause you to lock it in the second to last corner, which flat spots aren't good, as you all know. Right on the bumper through the Apex, not Xbox, what am I thinking? Inex Racing's Matty Venchavi making the most of this battle, catching up about a second over the last 2 laps. I think he'll just sit back and watch for them to come together, maybe, I don't know. I hear NX are not going to try and make too much bother on the track. They only need a 13th to take the championship. It's just fairly easy for them. Sonic Rounds Racing making good pace this lap. Catching 0.7 over Scuderia Gas Racing, so within the next lap or two we could see a battle between them two. But up in the lead we got Chong making a move on the outside of turn 1 on Otto Taskinen. Couldn't make it around. Slight contact, and Elton's around. Will Otto be able to come back in the slipstream? I don't know. Elton comfortably taking that position, and now Otto making a slight braking error into the O-Rouge, which has allowed Matt Wenjavi to take about half a second, it seems. 0.6 of a second in the first split alone due to that battle. Maybe Otto's feeling the pressure, I don't know, we'll wait and see. down in 9th place we see Infinity Esports Amateur ready to make a move on Team Rock Racing Amateur. Largo making some good progress compared to the first 2 stints for Infinity. And new fastest laps by James for 17.88. I'm not going to see a challenge from Infinity here on the straight. Car 61 at Core Racing, amateur, Lundqvist just went off at the top of Eau Rouge. That's lost him a position. Or no, I'm not sure. I'll have to check this one. But I'll hold on a second as I see 56 Kalishka for Savage Sim Sports making a move on Krampus, it seems. Backs out of it. Kalishka around the outside of Krampus into the second to last corner. That seems to be the main passing point, with that long draft coming up of the start of sector 3. Very easy to make a move. Second, third and fourth seem to be equal on pace at the moment. You can't really see no real challenge for position yet. Oh, James Peace making an error in the chicane. That drops into 4th place. He's got some damage on the left side. Jarvis spun around. Two cars making an error on the exit of the first chicane. First it was Virus Amateur going wide, and worst off was Jarvis by far. Otto making a pass on Elton due to that off track. Damage seems fairly equal on James's car. I can't really see it having much effect on the handling, only a bit of tyre heat. Elton Chong off at the top of the Eau Rouge again, or should I say the chicane after the Eau Rouge. So Genuine Racing inherit the lead through mistakes. Can they hold on to it? Both Virus cars fighting at the moment, they don't need this. But Ventjaris fell right down. He's lost about 5 or 6 seconds it seems. But no real worries for them. As I said earlier, they need a 13th or higher to win the championship. So the two main problematic corners would have to be the final chicane and the chicane coming out of the Eau Rouge. That's where I've seen the most errors. Elton Chong closing in on Peace. In a few minutes I'll have to go. I'll be hopping into the car for my stint, so the stream might be quiet for about an hour or so, unless they could find someone else to commentate. You'll just enjoy the sound of LFS anyway. You could even have the luxury of Deco coming in to commentate, filling his old place in LFS. So even with James and his damage, he still just pumped out the fastest time by 400th of a second on his old fastest time, which is a 0.88, now a 0.84. Sonic Ralph slowly but surely catching Lobato for Scuderia Gas Racing. Taking out 2/10 from that lap. Elton in the slipstream of James Peace, Amateur Challenge Pro. It doesn't look like he's going to try and make the move. Benkio connecting for Core Racing Amateur. Going to take over from Lundqvist.
Alrighty, so seeing as Sean has to go get into the car from James here in a few minutes, I'm back with you. Since you know, things are going quite well up in race control. No protests yet. You know, we took care of that server issue pretty quickly. Real quick before you go, Sean, what are you looking forward to for your stint?
I'm just looking to try and get back into the lead, pull out a gap, ready to push on for the rest of the race. I'm not sure if James is going to repair or not, but I'm just hoping to be consistent.
Alrighty, well, good luck as James comes out of the final chicane now to start 26th lap. So, good luck, Sean.
Thank you, and have fun, Deco.
Oh, I'll try. So James Peace there will be relieved soon, and also our race leader Otto Tuskinen will be relieved by Vel Pitkinen. So Jenar and Vira's due in soon. Core Pro due in soon. LLM amateur, or LLM bus, excuse me, in the pits, and also ASEX Motorsport in the lane. Car 67 seems to be sitting in the lane for a little longer than one expects. What now they move? We'll have Tuskinen and Peace coming in. So both Tuskinen and Peace in the pits. Let's see who can win the race out. Peace a little further down the pit lane, both XRRs. Pitkinen rolling before Peace. And again, drive-through penalty for car 14. They had that on their first pit stop. Throughout the race. So Pitkinen comes out ahead of Peace, and Peace still in the pit lane. Oh, fixing damage. Certainly fixing the damage gained during the stint. Hellenic Racing, Purs having it off going into the chicane. That's a little awkward of a play. Manuel Järvi continuing with the lead while we cycle through the pit stops, going an extra lap longer than the Gen R car at least. he could be double stinted. When Jarvis So when Yardavian pits, let's see where Pikkinen coming through the final corner. Let you watch him while I keep an eye on where and looks like Jennar will retake the lead quite comfortably. He's already having gone past. We have the Scuderia Gas Racing Team amateur car currently at the top. Sonic Realms in. Savage in, Conquest in. Gunzelman completes the drive-through. Auto makes pit stop. Will come out in a pretty favorable position. So Valtteri Pikkinen currently leads the race in the Genuine Racing number 10 car, ahead of Team Vira's amateur Maki Hoimela at the win. The new driver for car 71 went off to the gravel at turn 1. Ray Kingsbury slow for some reason, very hot tire. Very hot tires for Ray. He'll dance through the grass a little bit to avoid as many cars as possible. He's got plenty of clear track behind him as the NX Racing car gets around him. If he needs to, he's got fresh tires, so he's roasted those tires. Hey, he's gonna go across the gravel. Does it in a way that stops him from rolling, and he'll box it. And he turns into a garage. So Last Lap Motorsports bus retiring from the race. So as things have settled out a little bit after the second round of pit stops, well, technically the 3rd hour mark, but we had a server failure, which essentially gave almost everyone a free pit stop without actually having to stop. Genuine Racing, number 1, leads over Team Virus AM. NX Racing, 3rd. Virus Pro 4th, and 5th, Genuine Racing number 2. Joining me in the box of commentary, Phil Diaz. Phil, you haven't missed that much.
That much? I missed about 3.5 hours.
Yeah, but there hadn't been much going on. No safety cars, just the one red flag. Server failure, just exactly like what happened at South City last month. NX spun a couple times. I think Matty had one, Robin had one. Virus had a little bit of strife, their 0-2 car.
Yeah, it's risky with these server failures and stuff, putting everybody closer on track. That's the only risky part for us, I believe. If everything just stretches out, then obviously we have a little bit easier way of hopefully winning the championship.
Yeah. Battle in the 10th position region between Garbalewski and Kampars. Kampars in the Green Angus Racing XR Dr. Evil themed skin. The other Green Angus Racing car, Austin Powers themed. It's definitely very psychedelic, man. Or actually, official Austin Powers term would be shagged.
I was thinking groovy, but that works too.
Groovy, babe. And something's happened, and Garbalewski has pulled away by a mile.
Yeah, it looks like through Eau Rouge and then a little to, I don't know what you can call it really, I call it like an S-turn. Afterwards, if you're behind somebody there, normally the slipstream just kicks you out, and then you have to basically work all the way back up to them again. So if you can just stay behind them and not get the slipstream, then it's almost better to do that way than to try to conquer the slipstream, which will never work.
So yeah, the reason for anyone who's still joining us, that and actually, before I mention that, we've got Capal and Pardo. Capal in the black car, black and green Savage Sim Sports amateur car. Pardo in the yellow and white Scuderia Gas Racing Team car. Having a battle here for about the 12th.
They should have him right here. Oh, I just gave him room. Huh.
It's a fresh drive. Fresh driver who had an off as soon as he exited pit lane. He went off in turn 1. This Pardo guy.
Oh, okay. Now you said the server failure, so I'm guessing obviously that everyone got their damage fixed. What happened to Capal? Because his car looks like it had a Volcanic
He had damage since. I think he had an incident or something at some point. Server failure happened about an hour and 40 minutes ago, right around the 2-hour mark of the race. A couple teams had already pitted before the timeout, but most had not, so most got a free stop. So I believe that is just incident that has happened since the race.
Oh, okay.
So if you're wondering where any of the usual people you might hear commentating a GT1 World Series race are, Chris Ford has some like bowls game or something he's on the committee for, he has to be at. Stephen Martin and Oscar Hardwick are both in Silverstone, and Oscar Hardwick apparently has an interview for Sim Raceway. Oscar interviewing the legendary John Hindhaugh.
Yeah, we're
Thilo
jealous.
has some other... Yep. Thilo has some personal things he's taking care of. Wilco said he was going to be here for the first 2 and last 2, but he's no-showed, and I do know he was getting some vaccines. I believe he said rabies and cholera.
Yeah, it's too bad. I mean, thankfully he doesn't have AIDS, but yeah.
He's kind of rabid.
Oh, number 2, or second place. And the coming out of that S turn, he got in the grass on the right side, and then slid across and hit the wall on the left side. Has heavy left side damage on the left front. Just upper and lower control arm. However, they're both roughly equal on the damage, so the camber might not be affected too much. It's just the tire itself is pushed in. Oh, and also, 5th place, Jin R, did almost the exact same thing. Only Alan did not hit the wall on the left side of the track. Now NX Racing is up to 2nd place.
So we've got just under 9 hours to go in this 12-hour race, final race of the season. NX Racing, Robin Friskap's at the wheel. NX Racing having a 49-point lead coming into this race, 49 points over Team Vira's Car 02, and the number 10 Gen R car was 50 points back. Gen R got the 2 points for pole. So technically the gap for Gen R to NX is now 48. That doesn't affect anything really, just means that NX still has to finish 13th or better. Very quiet all around in the race so far. No big schmozzling or shunts on the first lap.
Yeah, I'm curious to see what happens. Second place here. Second place overall.
And it's simple between Vira's Pro and Genuine Racing. Whoever finishes ahead of those two is ahead.
Are they tied, or is it like a 1 point, or?
It's 1 point different.
Oh man. Oh, Pardo causing a yellow flag.
It's been
in that S turn.
Pardo being hounded by Nestoras. Nestoras and the FXR getting around the FZR. Not usual that you see that, or would expect an FXR to be ahead, but when you get a good draft, and perhaps the help of the car you're trying to overtake being slow. That car, the 55. Oh, and Garbalewski Conquest Pro puts it off on the middle of the backstretch. I presume he ran wide coming out of that S curve. So we've got 19 cars remaining. So Phil's had to go off for a little bit. He's had something come up. He's going to try and get a little bit of internship or employment taken care of, so he'll be back in a little bit. It's been about 2 hours on this segment of the race, and we are in need of generally keeping our clips to every two hours, so they're easy and quickly uploaded for you all to our streaming provider's system. So I'm gonna make a quick break in that. It's simple. I just stop and restart the stream. Done in about 2 seconds. If you have any problems, just refresh your stream, but should be back anytime soon. So we'll do a quick moment to take care of that while the action is quiet. This is the GT1 World Series 12 hours of Aston history.